back to another video. Today we're going to be doing another episode here of chill sessions. So basically I'm just going to be freestyling here. It's essentially just me sorting out my cards. I went through a bunch of my cards. Well, I just opened up my drawer and I saw a bunch of cards that I just had no idea what they were. So I realized, you know what, it's starting to get messy. I definitely have to sort them out. And if I don't, I'm definitely going to be dealing with quite a bit of trouble later down the line. So it's best to sort out my cards right now. Best that I know what cards I actually own and what I don't own, because I'm having trouble actually building some of my decks. I can't find any cards whatsoever and I just don't know where I place them. So it starts to get to a point where you're just realizing that you have so many cards and it's becoming such a big problem, and if you can't even find your misplaced cards, then there's something wrong. You really have to sort out your collection, and I do encourage that you guys also do this alongside me as well, and basically we could all just chill, relax, and that would be great. But I'll be going down a breakthrough on what cards I'm actually going to be getting rid of, what cards I'm going to be keeping, and talking about my justifications, my different reasons for why I might do so. And yeah, this would be quite fun because I have quite a bit of cards over here. This is not every card that I own, obviously. I have way more, of course, but this is just by opening up one of my drawers and seeing that I actually have all of this here and I have no idea what a single one of them is. So yeah, I'm just going to go through all of them and hopefully I could decide or get rid of some cards that I don't actually need. But with that being said, let's just get started. So right off the bat here we have this over here. We'll start off with this small pile and let's just grab it and see what we have. So we have over here the Legendary Knights. I mean, this was from the Dragons of Legend complete series, and honestly I don't know why I keep them. I'm not going to build the deck and I'm quite far from it anyway, so might as well just put this away into my bulk and sell it off. I mean, there's no reason for me to keep it at all, and I'm trying to be a bit more strict with myself. So moving on here, we have some Red Eyes cards. Definitely very interesting because I actually had the intention of building a Red Eyes deck, but seeing that I actually only have this many cards here, it seems pretty bad. I mean, to be honest, there's not too many to work with here, so I think I'll only keep a specific few. So for example, I might keep this Red Eyes Flare Metal Dragon because it is still viable in some of my decks, and I'll also keep the Red Eyes Black Dragon as well, just because Red Eyes Black Dragon is an OG monster that I feel is deserving of it being kept. But all of these extra cards here, which are just a bunch of commons, I mean, if I ever feel like building the deck in the future, I'm pretty sure I could get all of these off someone else's core when I buy it off them, so there's no reason for me to actually keep these. It just takes up space and that would be bad. Of course, there is Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragon. I did talk in my recent ban list prediction video that it could potentially come back to 3. Well, one of my mates actually did mention it, so keeping the 2 here alongside with the other one in my actual deck, it could be nice. So I'm just going to keep it because it has the potential to come back. Not to mention the alternate artwork is fantastic. We also have over here the Blackstone of Legend, Meteor Black Dragon, Red Eyes Insight. All of these, you don't really need them as well. Again, they're going into the bulk. And as you can see, these are the only cards I'm keeping. We have here Red Eye Slash Dragon. This card might actually be worth keeping for the fact that it's not a card you'll commonly see in someone's deck. So I think I'm actually going to hang on to this. But with that, these are the cards I'm actually going to be keeping, and yeah, let's just move on now. So I'm just going to put it onto this side, and every card on the left will pretty much be cards that I'm getting rid of. And yeah, let's just move on. Right now we have some Blue Eyes cards. So Blue Eyes is the same situation as the Red Eyes. If I could actually just find a core of someone, then I'll just buy that off them. But for the time being, keeping all of these cards here are kind of unnecessary. There's no need for me to actually keep them. So they're gonna go. Actually, let me just check if I have something there. I mean, there is the Malefic cards here, the Malefic Red Eyes, and then I just saw here the Malefic Blue Eyes, so might be interesting to actually keep the Malefic cards. So I'm just gonna keep these two Red Eyes Malefic Dragons, but I'm gonna also keep the Malefic Blue Eyes as well. But all of the other Blue Eyes cards, honestly, I may as well just get rid of them. They're gonna be easy to obtain anyway. I will say Sage is a bit more of a different situation, so I might keep that as well. And same thing applies for the Ultimate Creature of Destruction. Because it's relatively new, if I was to buy a core off someone, it's very unlikely that they would actually have a card like this in their deck, so I'm going to keep it just in case. Blue Eyes, just a nice collector's card. Ultimate Dragons, also very nice. And then you have the two Solid Dragons as well. I honestly think I might keep these. Same thing for these cards over here, because of the fact that these are actually secret rares, so it does actually add on a bit of more interest to it when I'm actually keeping these particular cards. So we're going to move them to the right side of the pack here, and that would be great. But next we have over here the Galaxies. To be honest, it's a pretty far-fetched thing for me to actually think I might be able to build it. I have too many decks anyway. Maybe once I get rid of a lot of my decks, I could then focus on building Galaxies, but for now, it's going away into the bulk. Cyber Dragons, honestly, even with the structure deck coming, I mean, yeah, there's no guarantee that it will be Cyber Dragons. It is a Cyber style deck, but I just don't see any reason in actually keeping these. So honestly, all of them are going, even the Nashtas, even the Cyberload Fusions, so I'm sorry. I mean, they might go into the binders because these are actually like high rarity, but the other cards right here, the commons, no need. And of course, here's the the Rose Dragons, of course, and the Harpies. The Rose Dragons I'll keep because it's more of like a rarity bump for what my decks are actually going to be. And as for Harpies, I'm also keeping them, but mainly for collector's purposes, not for actual deck building. And now let's actually move on and see what else we got. So yeah, this is quite a few interesting things here. True King Lithosogym, kept it because I might be able to use it in different decks. Network Trap Hole, just a nice tech. Here's a few of these other cards over here as well. Run Ryu, we have Gigabytes, all very great cards, good text for the deck. We have here Bullet Train's my third copy, which is nice, but all of these other cards here are a bit more interesting. See the Sacred Beast cards, we could just skip through them because I know that I've already sorted them out, so I'm keeping it. Here is the cards I recently got from Genesis Impact. I wanted to actually keep a whole binder full of the Dark Mist, that would be fun. And here's some Blackwing cards I wanted to add to my deck as well. So just going to move that to the right side and let's move on. Alright, so all of this in here was pretty much just the cards I got from Genesis Impact, so I know I'm keeping them because I already sorted it out in a different video. Yep, so these are all the Rage of Ra cards. Again, I've already sorted them out before, so there's no need for me to sort it out again. It's going to the right side. So as we could see, some cards are actually more easier to sort out than others. But of course, let's move on here now. The Necros cards. These were the Necros cards that I didn't add to my deck. So a lot of my Necros decks, which, well, the one Necros deck I have, that is, I actually did build it and I put it into a deck profile for you guys to watch along with the test hands, and these were just the spare cards for Necros, but there's no reason to get rid of them. They're all part of the deck and I could adjust it in any way. Now here is something that is quite interesting, so let me just grab it all here. These are my Odd Eyes kind of cards here. I used to play Pendulum Magicians. I never profiled them on my channel, but my Pendulum Magicians was very old. It was actually from the structure deck, and yeah, I just never updated it ever since Pendulum Evolution came out. So because of that, my deck is severely outdated. I eventually did decide to get rid of the cards, and these are the remaining ones that I just kept just because I love the extra deck cards. They just look awesome. So these are more so now collector's cards. They're not actually cards I'm planning to play. It's just cards that I like. A few of these though here, figure it might work in DDDs, would be nice. We have a few of these other cards which I might be able to use in different decks as well, but yeah, I just went through them and I got rid of a lot of them. So you might see this, or the Pendulum Evolution cards, or Pendulum Magicians. My old deck might actually be featured in the next Project E video, so that might be interesting for you guys to see. But yeah, now we could actually just move all of these aside because they've been sorted out. Alright, so moving on over here, we have a few more cards. We have some extra deck cards. These are all very nice, of course. We have some of these which are the Dark Magicians and Blue Eyes, keeping them all, and we have just a few more extra deck cards as well. I'm just going to put it on top with the other ones, and I know I'm keeping all of these, so we're just going to move them aside. Next over here we have, let's see, quite a few other stuff here. So we have the Cyframes and a few other, I guess, like side deck cards, you know, they're great. Melfi's just a nice tech I like to keep because it's a nice target for unexpected die. We have a few copies here of Called by the Grave. I think I might get rid of the commons because I do have the 2 copies of the secret. I might have to keep 1 common though, just in case it comes back to 3. In that case, I would need to have 3 copies at the ready. And same thing for Mind Control. So yeah, it does actually make me think, should I just get rid of that? I don't know. I mean, it's up to me, I guess. Because Mind Control is also at 1 now, but what if it actually comes back to 3? We have a few of these other cards here, nice techs. And now we're moving on to the zombie deck. So this is my Shiranui deck that I have yet to build, but the only reason why I haven't built this deck and I haven't profiled it on the channel yet is because I still don't have Halki Fibrax, and I want to wait until the ban list comes out first, and if the ban list doesn't hit Halki Fibrax, then I should be able to get Halki Fibrax and update my Shiranui deck. So yeah, we're just moving on here, pretty easy. I'm keeping all of these, by the way. And same thing for all of these here, just a bunch of zombies, a bunch of vampires, Shiranuis. All of them I'm keeping because I've yet to profile some of them, and yeah, as you can see, it's quite bulky, quite messy, but they are cards that I am definitely going to be keeping, so we're just going to move them to the side. As you can see, you can kind of see it on the side of the screen over here, but there's just not enough space, so I'm just going to put it as far as possible, and let's just keep moving on here. Alright, so a few other interesting techs. I found a second copy of Noctavision, so that's going to be great for dragon decks. I also have here the Ancient Warriors, which I'm working on building. I have here all of these cards, I pretty much just keeping them. Melfi Rabbits, another one, of course, very nice. We've got a few of these other cards here. So basically what I just went through here is a bunch of the cards from Phantom Rage. There's no need to go over them again because, again, I featured them in a different video for another chill session. So yeah, that was really fun sorting them out, but I am definitely keeping them, so move them here. And we got a few more cards here, but let's see. So we have Desynchro. Gonna use these in TGs. I kind of have a few ideas, so that would be great. Another Red Eyes, keeping it the Crusadia Equimax or Equimax. Might be able to build a Crusadia deck. Hopefully I have all the cards I need, but this particular deck in general might be coming in the I guess the next month or so. But we have here Traptrix Alameris, more of a tech card. We have a few of these other cards which are just small techs that I intend to use. My rocket deck, well, not a rocket deck really, this the portion of it. But the one reason why I haven't built rockets yet, or I haven't updated it, was because I was just missing so many of the dragon cards, including Noctavision, of course. And I thought, whatever deck I build out of the rockets, I'm pretty sure something's gonna get hit in the next ban list, so I didn't want to make a deck profile too soon, just in case LP or Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragon got hit on the ban list. But we have a few of these other cards as well, like the Alt Guys cards, which Again, I pretty much am keeping that deck as well. And over here, these are just a bunch of my extra deck cards. These are cards that I just pretty much need. We have our Calamities, of course, which might get hit, but yeah, a bunch of extra deck cards that I just have all at the ready, and yeah, it's going to be great really once I actually am able to incorporate them in some sort of way into all my decks. But yeah, from that, these are all the ones that I've gone through so many times. I know that their cards I actually need, so we're just going to put them aside here. Altergeists as well. So yeah, that was just my Buster Blade and Altergeist cards. Same thing applies for these here. A few other techs that I might need. The Jizukurus, the Trap Trick, and a few of these other interesting cards. Cubics, of course, but this is like my secret rare collection. So I actually have the deck in the ultra rare, of course, but in this case it's all in secret rare. And of course we go through all of these here. We have the Sacred Beast, but these are from the legendary collection. We have over here my Machina deck, which I've yet to build because I am missing the card from, I think, Rise of the Duelist? I don't remember. It was one of the new Machina cards, and it's just one card I need, but because I don't have it, yeah, it's kind of a pain because I can't build the deck. It's just sitting there, and it's a shame, really. Next here we have my Prank Kids deck. Now, as you guys know before, earlier you guys saw me have one of the Link monsters, the Meow Meow, which I kind of wanted to actually have at least two before I built my Prank Kids deck. I didn't want to just work with one of them, so hopefully I can get a second one, and if I do, then I'll definitely build the Prank Kids deck. So yeah, hope you guys are actually looking forward to that. It's just a matter of me actually getting the second copy of Meow Meow. But of course we have over here the Math Mechs, and they're also cards that I'm keeping as well. I'm trying to build the deck, of course, but the only reason why I haven't built Math Mechs is because I need my Cynet Minings, and because I don't have Cynet Minings, I can't build this deck at all. I mean, they're all Cyverse monsters, so yeah, until I get my 3 copies of Cynet Mining, I'll build this deck, but I gotta wait until the ban list first, of course. And then over here, we have our generators. These are definitely going to be very difficult. I didn't pull too many of these, and to get the rest of the deck might be a lot more difficult than I thought, but I'll check out some deck profiles. If things don't go well, I'll probably get rid of it. But yeah, for the time being, with what I have here, I'm missing quite a lot. Like, I don't have the field spell, I don't have some of the monsters as well, and I believe even new monsters came out in later sets afterwards, so definitely quite behind for generators, but hopefully I could actually build the deck soon. But in the meantime, this was pretty much it for the chill session. I mean, it's more so a relaxing thing, allowing me to go by, and now I know what cards I actually have left over. So this is just something that you guys should always do, just so that you could check and see what cards you have, what cards you might be able to get rid of. And even though I managed to get rid of only a small amount over here, I don't mind it, because it was well worth actually going through all this and knowing now what I actually have in each section. So that's fantastic. But in the meantime, I do hope you guys enjoyed this episode. I hope you found it all relaxing and soothing, but definitely drop a like if you did enjoy it, of course, and share this video. Don't forget to also subscribe for more videos just like this. I hope you guys have a fantastic day. I'll see you next time.